So welcome to Azure Mastery Program. Today I'm going to start the practical implementation. So the plan is to start with the pricing calculator. Then I'll talk about the resource and service, resource group, access control. After it, what I'm planning to start the storage account. I'm not sure whether I'll start the storage account today. If the time permit, then definitely I'll start. If not, then from tomorrow I'll start the storage account. Storage account is one of the multi-purpose service used by data engineers, admin, developer, and architect. So last time I was talking about the Azure portal. So guys, Microsoft Azure, from the Microsoft side, there are multiple portal available, but the main portal is portal.azure.com. It means if you're working as an IoT developer, software engineer, data engineer, admin, architect, or any other profile you're holding, for everyone, there's a portal available, portal.azure.com. Here, what you can do, just go and pass your credential. Last time I told you, in case you're looking for the subscription, you have to create a free trial subscription, which will be valid for 1 month. After 1 month, you have to pay. So you see here, in my case, I just logged in. After login, you will land here. So here there are two landing screens. One is called the home screen. You see, this is the home screen, and this is the dashboard. Okay, so in some of the cases, you will land here. In other cases, you will land here. So it means in case you're working as a data engineer, architect, data scientist, for everyone there will be specific services available. For example, the other data science related services, data engineering, we are data engineering, and they are data science related services. In case you're looking for the compute related services, you see here the compute infrastructure, compute PaaS, compute microservices, and serverless. So there are so many services available. If you check, the total number is more than 200. Means 200 plus services are available from Microsoft side. For anyone, it is not possible to learn 100% services. The reason is whenever you try to learn something new, Microsoft introduce a new one. And industry is not expecting that you must understand or you must know all 200 plus services. If you are good in 30, 40 services, it means you are very strong. In fact, I tell you, lots of people who are not from the IT background, but after this program, they are doing much better than the people who are working in IT industry since very long time. The reason, diversity. Here you will get the opportunity to learn diversified list of the services. So let's start with the Azure Pricing Calculator. So guys, whenever you people will provide any solution to the customer, there'll be one question. The question will be from the customer side is how much I have to pay. It means whenever you propose, suppose you're working as a data engineer or you're working as an admin or architect or developer, so you're proposing whatever the solution you're proposing, the customer will ask what will the operation charges, how much I have to pay for it. So guys, the customer will not pay only for the means whatever the agreement between two companies. Suppose the project cost is $2 million. The customer will pay $2 million plus operation charges. Operation charge means cloud infrastructure charges. The cloud infrastructure charges are not cheaper. It will depend on the two parameters. One is architect, a person who is working as an architect, what type of solution he or she is proposing. Accordingly, you have to pay. Plus, if your knowledge is diversified, then definitely there'll be higher chances that the solution that you're proposing, the cost of the solution will be lower side. Remember, if the cost of the project will be, there'll be lots of issue. Issue is the customer may not agree to continue for the long time. I'll give the example. In my last project, in my last to last project, the operation cost was $28,000 per month. The customer was not agreed to continue. We got the message that we cannot continue this project. The reason $28,000 is not a small amount. So finally, what I did, I just upgraded the architecture. The cost reduce up to $16,000. And now in current situation, the operation cost is $7,000 only. Means in beginning $28,000. In current situation, after 1.5 years, it's a $7,000 only. So it will depend on you who is working as an architect. A person who is working on the one service, two services, or three services only, they cannot propose the solution. They cannot design the solution, or they cannot reduce the cost of the project. The reason they don't know what are the other possible techniques or services or solutions are. So guys, Azure Pricing Calculator. So using Azure Pricing Calculator, you guys can estimate your cloud cost before the deployment. Means whenever you plan to deploy, suppose you plan to deploy your solution from next month. So today what you can do, you can analyze or you can calculate the cost. Means after deployment, what will be the total cost. So here what you have to do, you have to select the services. You have to select all the services that you are going to use in your project. Then after it, you have to select the configuration. Means whatever the resources or services you're going to use, what will be the configuration, like where you're going to deploy, what will be the size of the CPU, memory size, and are you planning to go with the pay-as-you-go model or reserve plan. Then based on these two, the cost will be estimated. For example, you're going to select the service, it's a configuration, then based on it will give you the lump sum cost that okay, 24,567 rupees you have to pay per month. So this type of calculator you guys can prepare. So there's a calculator already available. So you see here, what you can do, just go and open Google. Here you can type here Azure Price Calculator. This is very important, guys. Azure Price Calculator. Click on the first link. This is the calculator. And this is very useful. You cannot ignore it. Suppose I have proposed a solution where I have proposed, okay, suppose I'm planning to set up a call center. In my call center, I'm looking for 3 very high configuration server, 500 client machine, some databases, some storage services, load balancer, and some other things. So how you can calculate? Suppose for my call center, what I'm looking for basic type of 500 machines. So total, first you're working for which customer? Suppose I'm working for the Indian customer. So just go and select India here. So India. Okay, suppose I'm planning to go with the Center India. Suppose I'm working for the customer who is from Noida location or Delhi location. And the customer is suppose Dower India Limited. The customer is planning to set up a call center in Gurgaon. And for that, they're looking for the 500 clients machine. So what I'm planning to go with the Linux operating system. What is the size? Suppose I'm planning to go with the basic size. Basic size total, how many machines I'm looking for? I'm looking for total 500 machines. Okay, this will be the configuration of the machine. In case you want to increase or decrease the configuration, you can. If the machines will run 24/7, then you have to pay then you have to pay this amount. Means this amount you have to pay. 1 second. $65. So guys, this is the amount. Monthly you have to pay $6,500. In 1 year, if you're running the entire 500 machines 24/7 for 1 year, then you have to pay $78,000 per year. And remember, you're going to set up a call center, so there's no upfront cost required. Means in advance you don't need to buy anything, just use for a month, then only after it you have to pay. In case you want to reduce the cost, that is also possible. As of now, this is the projection. In case you want to reduce the cost, technically it is possible. Suppose your team is working not 24/7. You are planning to run these machines only for 260 hours. Okay, only 260 hours in a month. Okay, then in that case, this will be the cost. It means suppose the shift is 9 hour or 10 hour, 9 hour per day. So 9 hour per day, it means 9 hour per day. It means close to 260 hour you have to pay in 30 days, right? You have to, here you have to skip. You have to skip Saturday, Sunday, or in case you want to consider Saturday, Sunday, that is also possible. So it means if you are running total 500 machines 24 by 7 with the basic configuration, it 9 hour per day, then how much you have to pay? $2,340 per month. Now question. This question I'm asking to Chakresh. So Chakresh, tell me one thing. This $2,300 is small amount for the 500 machine or very higher amount?
Small amount.
It's a very nominal amount. The region is,
Because
if you're planning to buy 500 server, so not you'll not buy only server. You have to buy space, you have to buy cooling center, you have to hire lots of people to maintain all these servers. Means overall you have to pay too much.
yeah,
Plus millions of dollar of investment which is required in upfront. Here in this case, you no need to spend even single rupees in upfront. Just use for a month and pay after it. Hope this will be clear to all of you. Okay.
yes,
So
Yes, we will.
suppose in your call center you're looking for total 500 machine and the call center is available in Central India location. Now what I'm planning, I'm looking for the 5 websites or maybe 2 websites I'm planning to deploy here. So these 2 websites also I'm planning to deploy in the same region, Central India. You see here? So make sure guys you select the correct region. If the selection of the region is incorrect, you guys, I mean the charges will be higher side, plus the performance will be very bad. So make sure you select the correct region. For example, if you're working for the Indian customer, go with the India. If you're working for the North Indian customer, go with the Central India. If you're working for any customer where the users are from, especially from Mumbai location, go with the West India. If any customer who is from Hyderabad, Bangalore, or Chennai location, then in that case, you can go with the South India region. So here we have the list of the complete list of the regions available. Just hey, good morning, Arun.
Good morning, Aditya. The only reason I'll interrupt your class for only 1 minute. I have some very important news to share. I will
Yeah.
not give out the names because it is very sensitive right now. But let me give a very good news, which everybody will be motivated. And Aditya, your heart will be warmer than anybody else's because you have invested a lot of time in this person. Um, Please do not name that person. I will not even say it's a he or she. This person got through as a data architect in United States, US, right? As a data architect, right? And they came from a non-technical background, and based upon the questions asked in Azure as well as they had done some other technologies as well. So based upon the combined questions, the personality and the hard work that they did, they made notes for the course for every chapter, and they continued regularly with it. And today, not only they got the title of an architect, they have, which is totally unheard of, right? The money they got, I will share with you personally offline. It is unbelievable, literally unbelievable for United States, right? So I want to thank you, Aradhya, for all that you've done because literally is your hard work and the students are hard work as well. When both comes together, that'll be complete. They so that person is jumping with joy and they cannot believe when they got that. They also got a bonus. They also got all the benefits. They also got relocation. I mean, they got everything that they ever wanted,
Yeah.
right? So I will
Yeah.
talk to you offline
Got,
on that.
yeah. I also got just got the message from her.
Yeah, don't say her or he. Just be very very quiet about it because let us be quiet because otherwise people what they do is they start like starting questions left and right because the other things have happened but the offer letter is in place. I have seen that personally and it's a wonderful offer, best offer
Yeah.
that you can receive.
I agree.
It is. it is an offer that is typically given to somebody who has 8, 9 years experience, but she has got it offer in much lesser uh,
No.
experience level and duration. All right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
back to you, Abda.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys. So here, suppose the second service I'm using is app service. So app service is mainly used whenever you're planning to deploy your API, web services, microservices, or you're planning to deploy your website. So in that case, we are using app service. Suppose I need total 500 client machine plus multiple websites. And in backend, I'm planning to use the Linux. And how many websites you're looking for? Suppose I'm planning to deploy total 2 websites. So how much you have to pay per month for these 2 websites is $26. Okay, $26 you have to pay per month for this. Next is, suppose in my solution, what I'm looking for a SQL database. Okay, you see here the database is Azure SQL. So for Azure SQL database, again, you have to select the correct region. Lots of people, what they're doing, they are selecting during the pricing or budgeting, they're selecting the incorrect or inappropriate region. So make sure you select the correct region. The correct region is Center India. Center India means I'm talking about the Pune. So here, just select the Pune, and there are multiple type of databases are available. Here, in case you want to go with a dedicated database, shared database, or serverless database or provision, we have all options are available. Suppose what I'm planning to go with the serverless computing. So how much you have to pay? You have to pay few dollar only for the serverless computing. Monthly cost will be $6. Only $6 per month you have to pay for the for database if it is serverless computing. Next is, suppose I'm looking for the storage account where I'm planning to store my data. Again, repeating here, storage account is one of the multi-purpose service used by data engineer, data scientist, developer, admin, as well as by architect. You cannot ignore it. So here we can store almost unlimited amount of data in a storage account. In one storage account, the limit is 500 terabyte. So here, suppose what I'm looking for storage account. So storage account also will be deployed in the same region. Just select the center India. And what type of, suppose I'm planning to go with the standard storage account with hot access tier LRS. Okay. And how much data you're planning to store? Suppose I'm planning to store 100 GB data. If the size of the data is 100 GB in a cloud, then how much you have to pay? $2. Only $2 you have to pay, guys, if the size is 100 GB.
Hey,
Similarly,
can I interrupt for a
yeah,
minute?
yeah, please.
Yeah, so here you said redundancy, right? For example, um, uh, are you going to cover all of this configuration related stuff
Everything,
later?
everything,
Oh, yeah, okay,
everything
thank
will
you.
be covered. In fact, in advance, I have started circulating the pictures. Okay. If you see here,
Uh-huh.
what your storage account, what are the different types of storage options are available? Blob
Sure.
storage, queue storage, data lake storage is a use cases. If you see here in detail, use cases plus redundancy types, everything I'm sharing step by step.
Sure. Thank you.
And Rajesh, sir, do we also check in what is the difference between standard and premium?
Yes, check.
Would
We'll
we
do
be
it.
catching up on that? Yeah.
Maybe from today or from tomorrow. As of now, that is the implementation. Here I'm talking about the pricing calculator. So
Okay.
immediately I will not discuss, but whenever it starts the implementation, maybe today or tomorrow, that time I'll discuss.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So if you say, suppose in my solution, I'm looking for the 100 GB of space also, then how much you have to pay? $2. And last, suppose I'm looking for the load balancer also, or maybe I'm looking for the application gateway. Application gateway is a type of advanced load balancer. Suppose I'm looking for application gateway. So where you're planning to deploy this also, I'm planning to deploy in Center India. Okay, Center India. Okay, what Size, suppose I'm looking for the medium size. How many gateway hours? How many hours you want to run? Suppose total 300 hours with the small configuration. Then this is the amount you have to pay. In some other cases, this is free also. In other cases, it is free. So guys, how much you have to pay? If you are running 300 hours, okay. Suppose let's go with the one instance. I'm planning to run one instance, means one application gateway for 300 hours in a month, or maybe let's run 720 hours in a month. Then $20 you have to pay. So including everything, how much you have to pay? So guys, this is the budget I have prepared. Now scroll down and click here. In case you want to convert the budget or estimation in any particular currency, just select the currency like Indian rupees or United States dollar or Australian dollar. Select here and click on export button. So if you see here, the monthly charges will be $2,300, means close to $2,400 you have to pay. Annual is $2,800. Plus what I'm looking for two high configuration server also. So for the highly configuration server, what I'm looking for, I'm planning to subscribe a virtual machine. So here, just select two high configuration server. I have total 500 client machine, and here I'm planning to select two high configuration server in the same region. Sent India. Suppose this time I'm planning to go with the Windows operating system. I'm planning to run these 24/7, and the configuration of the server is, suppose guys, 28 GB memory, 4 core, or maybe 8 core, 56 GB memory. Suppose 8 core, 8 processor, 56 GB memory. Operating system only, Windows operating system I'm looking for, and I'm planning to go with the Center India. How many machines I'm looking for? I'm planning to go with the 2 machines. If I'm planning to go with the 2 machine 24/7, then monthly I have to pay $1,700, means close to $1,800 per month you have to pay for these 2 machines only. Why? The reason is the size of the machine is higher. Plus, in case you feel you want to apply for the some type of the discount, technically that is also possible. What you can do, you can discuss with the Microsoft for the better discount. So 1 second. So similarly, in case you're looking for any other configuration, we have multiple options available where you can increase the size and go for the discount. For example, suppose I'm looking for 8 core and 16 GB memory, means 8 CPU and 16 GB memory, or maybe 16 CPU, 32 GB memory. You see here, 16 CPU and 32 GB memory. That how much you have to pay? $439 you have to pay. Okay, let's go with the high configuration. 16 core, 60. Okay, you see here, 16 CPU, 64 GB memory per machines. It means if you have 2 machines with 32 CPU and 128 GB memory, you'll get here. How much you have to pay? $800 you have to pay for these 2 machines. So if you're planning to go with the pay-as-you-go model, $1,100 you have to pay. But there are 2 other plans available. One is the saving plan and the other is the reserve plan. So where if you are committing Microsoft that you are planning to use the machines at least for 1 year or 3 years. Suppose if you are giving the commitment that you will use these machines, initial cost is $1,140. But if you are committing that you will use these 2 machines at least minimum for 1 year, then $800 you have to pay. And if you are committing Microsoft that you will use at least for the 3 years, then only $554 you have to pay. It means less than 50% you have to pay. Here you will get exactly 56% discount. Remember, initial cost was $1,100 plus dollar. But if you are planning to go with the saving plan, then you guys will get some discount here. 56% discount you guys can avail. Similarly, in other Azure services also, there is an option available. In case you want to go with the reserve plan, You just go reserve means you're giving a COT that you're going to use this particular service for the long time, at least 1 or 3 years. In that case, Microsoft will give you some discount. Is it clear to all of you? Now, finally, click on export button. You see here? Here, I'll click on export button and check the downloads folder. Okay. And this is the cost. This is the estimated cost, guys. So whenever the customer is asking how much you have to pay or whatever the lump sum estimated cost, I'll suggest you guys to prepare this type of estimation and share with the customer. If you see here, all the resources that you're planning to deploy is in Center India. The type of the service is virtual machine, app service, SQL database, storage account, application gateway, and virtual machine. 2 virtual machine, high configuration virtual machine, and this will be the configuration of the machine. The one application gateway, and this is the configuration. Storage account is this, and this is the configuration. SQL database and configuration. Application, and it's a configuration. Total how many machines? I'm planning to go with the A0 type of machine where I'll get 1 CPU, 0.75 GB memory, and 500 total instance I'm looking for. So monthly cost will be this one. How much you have to pay in advance? 0 cost. In advance, you no need to pay anything to the Microsoft. Just use for 1 month. Only after it, you have to pay to the Microsoft. So you see here, to set up a call center, suppose I was expecting all these type of services, including everything I have to pay per month, I have to pay $2,900. Saran Raj, Srikant Soni, Sonia Minakshi, Raghu Vikas. Any question from anyone?
Actually, in this, like in this data, are we mentioning the hours which will be used? Like,
Okay. So most of the Microsoft services are charging per minute. For example, suppose you have a virtual machine created. First, in advance, in upfront, you no need to pay anything. Whenever you're going to use, after the usage, you have to pay. Suppose you are running the machine since last 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you deleted it. So you have to pay only for the 5 minutes, not for the entire 1 month or 1 hour. Remember? But here I'm saying, suppose I'm planning to run my machine 3 hour, 9 hour, 10 hour, or 24 hour. Accordingly, you have to pay. If the machines are not available or not working, then you no need to pay for the VM.
okay,
Clear?
yeah.
In fact, suppose these are the machines used in a call center. So during the daytime, what you can do, you can run all these machines, but during the non-business hour, you can shut down all these machines. And you don't need to shut down the machines or instance one by one. In single go, you guys can shut down all the machines available in your call center. These systems are fully automated. You guys can control through the laptop, mobile, or any other device also.
So are we going for the machines or the servers? Do we mention the time of the day we will be running the server?
You can.
Or
Yes,
something?
you can. You can. So
Yeah,
here we
but
have
it's
the
optional, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's not mandatory.
correct. That
Okay.
is optional. So in case you want to specify that the machine should run between these hours, these dates, all these are technically possible. For example, you can configure the morning time 9 o'clock machines must auto start, and at 6 p.m. all the machines must shut down. Technically, all
But
these
then
are possible.
we start using the server, right? It's not
Yeah.
while we are picking
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
the call. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, and so this prices will vary across different regions, right? Like if
Correct.
we
You're
talk
right.
about India,
You are
so the
right.
central India will have a different price, and the southern region will have a different price, right?
You are right. But there will not be huge changes. For example, suppose in Central India, you're paying for the same, maybe you're paying $2,950. If you're planning to go to South India, maybe over there you have to pay $2,800 or $2,890. Means the changes in pricing will be maybe few dollars only, not too much.
Okay.
But the question is, why Why I'm recommending to go with the region specific? I'm recommending for the better performance. For example, if you're planning to deploy all these resources in UK and accessing from India, technically it is possible. But the one challenge is the performance. The performance you will get is very bad performance. So what is the recommendation? The recommendation is to go with the near to your business location. So if you're working for the Indian customer, just check what is the base customer's location, base location. If it is South India, go with the South India. If the customer is from Mumbai, go with the Mumbai, means West India. If the customer is from Delhi NCR, Bihar, UP, Rajasthan, or Gujarat, then in all these cases, you can go with the Central India. Clear?
Yes.
Any other question if you have related to the estimation, then please let me know, guys. Yes, Prakash.
Since we are going for the LRS storage, right? So whether I go for Central India or for Western India,
That is
Delhi distance is very nearby, right? We are not going to use the zonal features here.
correct. We are not going to use the zone feature according. See, based on your selection. In beginning, I told you, based on the selection, you have to pay. So actually, this service comes in a last. Ideally, this should be the last service. But why I'm covering advance? The reason this is the means two times you should learn this service. One means by estimation you should learn first before starting the service, and last also. So whatever the properties are available based on the your property selection, the charge will be applicable. If you're planning to go with the standard template, then standard charge will be applicable. If you're planning to optimize, you want to go with the optimized template, then accordingly you have to pay. So all these property will be covered later on. As of now, we are talking about the estimation only. So this is very important portal. For this, if you remember, in almost in all groups, I already have shared the pricing calculator. So this is very important from the architecting point of view, from the administration point of view, or if you're planning to hold the better position, this is very important. If anyone who is working as a manager, admin, and architect, for all these people, this is very important, guys. Lots of people are just working the pricing part only. Okay. Next. So here, this is the Microsoft Azure portal. Whenever you guys will log in, you will land, either you will land here. This is called the dashboard, or you will land here. So there'll be two type of landing screen. One is called the dashboard screen. Second is called the home screen. Okay. So in case this time, whenever I logged in, I landed directly on dashboard. But in case you want to change the landing screen, so here, so click on the setting button. Here we have option appearance. So click on the appearance. So here you see here, there's a menu behavior. The one property is menu behavior. The left side that you option you see, these are your left menu. In case you want to change the, as of now, the menu behavior is dogged. It means all the menus are parked at the left side. In case you want to set the fly out mode, click on the fly out and apply button. You see here, there's no left menu. Left menu is not available. In case you want to get it, it will appear. You see here. Earlier, by default, it was available at your docked or parked at the left side, but now it's a fly out. Similarly, again, I'll click on the appearance. Now I'll go with the docked, and I'm planning to change the theme to auto. So this is auto theme. This is dark theme. This is light theme. So we have three different type of themes are available: auto theme, light theme, and dark theme. Which one you like most, you just go and select it. One more point is available here. After login, where you want to land? Do you want to land on the dashboard or home screen? So last time, guys, I landed on dashboard. This time, what I'm doing, I'm going to set to the home screen and click on apply button. And let me log out and log in again. This is the ID which I'm using to log in. After login, what you'll find, you will find that you will log in this time on home screen. You see here, this time you landed on home screen, not on dashboard. Again, in case you want to change that, you want to land on dashboard, not on home. So click on the setting, go to the appearance and change to the dashboard. Simple. One more option available, language. So if you're working for any specific customer, lots of customers don't understand or they're not good in English. So suppose Chinese customer. So you can just select the language Mandarin. Spanish customers. So select the language Spanish. So Spanish, German, Italian, Malay, Russian, Portuguese, and Dutch, and many other languages are supported by system. In our case, most of the Indians are preferring to go with the English as there's no Indian regional languages supports are available. Why? The region in India, we have hundreds of languages available. So for Microsoft also, it is not easy to manage few hundred language at a time. So for Indian, I mean, the preferred language is English. So just select, just go with the English. Plus my information. In case you want to update your email ID, just go and update here. Another option is sign out plus notification. So guys, whenever you log in, you will get the notification here. This button is called the toast notification button. If you want to get the notification, so just enable pop-up notification is enabled. In case you want to sign out, when you want to sign out after every 15 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour, or you don't want to sign out. So guys, if you remember, I just click on the email ID and logged in. The reason I was not signed out. So in case you want to sign out after a few minutes or hours, just go and change the time here. Okay. So in my case, it will be never sign out. Now let me log out and log in again. You see here, I'm logging again. So this time I will land on dashboard, not on home screen. Last time I was landed on home screen. This time I landed on dashboard. So there are two types of landing screen available. One is the home screen, second is the dashboard. The options that you see the left side, these options are nothing, just your services. So Microsoft Azure is offering 200 plus services. And this is the list of the services available here. Okay. In case you want to park left side, from here you guys can park also. Or you can hide here. Any question from anyone? Viswajit, Prakash? No question?
No question.
Okay, so here we have some other options are available. Whenever you log in, after login, in case whenever you're creating anything, suppose I'm going to create a resource group, I'm creating a virtual machine. So here, this is one of the button where you'll get the messages in the form of notification. So this button is called the toast notification button. This is the setting button from where, in case you're applying to make any configuration related of changes, from here you can do it. And here we have another button available, Cloud Cell. So Cloud Cell is mainly used by automation engineers. So if you working as an automation engineer, you want to manage everything through the PowerShell. So this is nothing, just an online version of the PowerShell. Again repeating, this is nothing, online version of the PowerShell. Let me show you here. So you see here, it is telling, and whenever we'll start the automation that time. But for the time, we just understand here we have the button available, Cloud Shell button. In case you want to write the code, PowerShell code in browser, then you guys can activate it. For the time being, just skip it. And the integration of the Copilot is already available. In case you want to use the Copilot, just go and use it. Now from here, Yesterday, not yesterday, last Sunday, I was talking about the service. So 200 plus services are available. Question is, what is service? Service is nothing, just a technology template. For example, this is just feature. What are the features? For example, virtual machine is a feature, okay, or it is template of the technology. Similarly, storage account is the feature. So all these are the feature. In case using these features, these template, in case you're applying to create anything, technically all these are possible. In case you want to create, just go and create it. Clear? Any question, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any question so far from anyone? One suggestion to all of you, whenever you are attending the classes, focus here and ask as much as question you want. The reason this is the opportunity, you will not get such type of opportunity where you'll ask the question and people will respond. So if you have such type of opportunity, please try to use it. Anyway, so service is nothing, just technology template. Using one service, what you can do, you can create many resources using the service. Whatever the instance you will create, the instances are called the resources. So what is service? Service is nothing, just a template or feature. For example, you see here the virtual machine is one of the service, but using this virtual machine, if I'll create any VM, the newly created instance will be called the resource for me. So service is just a parent and the resources are the child. It has one-to-many relationship. It means using one virtual machine, what you can do, you can create millions of machines, millions of child you guys can prepare. Okay. So before this, we have a concept here. This is called the resource group. Resource group is same like the folder in your operating system. Just think, what is the use of the folder in the operating system? It is mainly used for the better manageability of your resources. Means whatever the files are and some folders are available, you're just maintaining under one folder and using it. So just think, in your operating system, if there's no concept like the folder, so what will happen? First there'll be only C drive. In C drive, millions of files will be available and manageability will be very difficult. That's why Microsoft introduced a concept like the folder. So similarly here also in the cloud computing, in Azure cloud, Microsoft introduced the concept which is very similar like the folder, is named as the resource group. So what is resource group? Resource group is just a logical container that that is mainly used to organize the resources. Same purpose, same like the folder in your operating system. So here, you just click on resource group, click here, and here this is my subscription type. Today I'm using the pay as you go subscription, and here you have to create the resource group. This is one of the first service which you have to start with, guys. First service is resource group. So here what I'm doing, I'm going to pass the name of the resource group is RG. Suppose RG means alias of the resource group, and I'm working for the customer name is Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola, and the customer, okay, project is DSL. The first one is the resource type, second is the customer, third is the project name. And are you planning to create for the dev or production environment? An environment. So what you guys can do, you can pass the type of name. In case you don't want to pass the name, Ram, Sham, Ghanshyam, whatever the name you want to pass, you can pass. But in production environment, you people have to follow a standard. The standard normally which I'm following is this: resource type, customer name, project name, and environment name. So here I'm working for the Indian customer. So recommendation will be to go with the India. So I'll go with the Central India region. Next, here tagging. Tagging is very important. If you have hundreds of resources available, it will help you guys to search or tag the resources here. So for example, this I'm going to create for the customer name is Coca-Cola. So here I'll type here customer is Coca-Cola. Okay, customer Coca-Cola, and create it. So what I did, I just created a resource group. Again, repeating, what is resource group? Resource group is nothing, just a logical container, which is mainly used to manage your resources properly. So you see here, now we have a resource group created. Name is RG Coca-Cola DSL Prod. Similarly, in case you want to create another resource group, so this is your subscription. Here, suppose everything will be the same. This time I'm going to create for the dev environment. Same resource group will be available in dev environment in Center India. And for the same customer. Customer is Coca-Cola. So guys, the customer is Coca-Cola. So finally, what I did, I just created 2 resource group. Now question is, how many resource group we can create in one subscription? In one subscription, you can create 980 resource group. Up to last year, the limit was 800. But last year it was reduced, it was increased from 800 to 980. So if anyone is asking how many resource group or how many folder you can create in one subscription, the exact number is 980. Anshul Singh, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
So 980 resource group we can create. And remember, Microsoft will not charge anything for the resource group. Resource group, just like the folder, there's no computation, there's no memory, nothing is available. So there's no charges applicable for these resources. It's a free. Bhanu Pratap, any question, guys?
Aradhya,
No, sir, all clear.
what is that tagging?
Tagging, suppose there are 2000 resources available. If I'm telling you to search one resource, is it possible or it is easy for you to search? Answer is no, it's difficult. For this quick searching, better categorization, we are using it. I'll show you the example. So suppose you have total 2000 resources available. You are trying to find out the resources which is allocated for the customer name is Coca-Cola. So click on the tag here, just search tag. And search, as of now, we have single tag available, customer Coca-Cola. So you see here only 2 resources. We have multiple resources available, but only 2 resources are tagged with the Coca-Cola. It means what it means? It means suppose same subscription you use for multiple customer or multiple project. आपको क्या find out करना है? You have to find out the resources which is used for the particular customer or particular environment. तो आप क्या करोगे? यहाँ पे जाके tag को search कर लो. You'll get the list of the services here. For example, in my case, I have many services available. You see here, I have multiple resources available, but these are not tagged. That's why I'm not getting it. Just give me a few minutes. I'll show you one more time. So first, the resource group is clear to all of you or not?
Yes, sir.
Any question from anyone?
Okay, I have a question on this, sir. So see, for example, we are working on a project. So first development starts, then it goes through test, UAT, and then finally to production. So like for each and every environment, we create a different resource group. Right?
You're right. You're right.
And whenever we create any resource group, it cannot be shared with any other particular any other environments. Correct? Like say, for example, if we create a resource group for
dev, so technically it is possible. Technically it is possible. So see, it's totally depend on your strategy. What type of strategy you're planning to go with. In some of the cases, I have seen people are using dev, production, and all the type of resources in same resource group. Ideally it's not good practice, but technically it is possible. Technically it is possible, but ideally what you should do, ideally all the dev resources should be the part of one resource group. UAT should be the part of another resource group, and production resources should be the part of another one. You should segregate all these resources by resource group or by the region or type or something else. Technically, it is possible that if you want to maintain everything in one folder, you can do it. But ideally, you should not do it. Why? If you're planning to apply, then things will be difficult. I'll show you today.
Okay.
Okay, so what is resource? So guys, resource group. So using
I
one,
have one question.
yeah, please.
Basically, we created a three different environment.
Can you speak a little loudly? Please come closer to the mic.
Okay, we have created a different three environment like the dev, test, and production, right? But at the time of pricing calculation, we are just quoted a price to the customer is just for the production environment. But can we consider that cost also to the customer?
Yes. So normally, not normally, 100%, the customer will bear the cost for the development. Means during the development environment, whatever the charges you're getting, that will be paid by customer. During UAT or SIT, whatever the billing will be generated will be paid by customer. Similarly for the production. So normally, dev or UAT charges will not be so high. But if I'm talking about the production, over there the size of the data will be higher. It will run 24/7 for a few years. Definitely the charge will be higher side. But the customer, normally the infrastructure means subscription will be provided by customer. You guys will use it, and whatever the charges will be generated, it will be paid by customer only.
So at the time of the estimation, we have to include the charges into the estimation as well.
Everything you have to include. For example, suppose development is going on since last 6 months. Production will start after 6 months. So first development charges mean there'll be the operation charges during the development, and then post development this will be the production charges. Everything will be shared by customer. You cannot ignore anything, guys. The reason otherwise I have seen in lots of cases what the customer want. In beginning they are saying okay, they want to start, but because of charges they are saying they don't want to continue now.
Okay.
So
And one more question.
Yeah.
Question about the currency. If you show me this that all the prices are in dollar form, right? If I converted that price into the INR, should I pay in the form of INR or should I pay in the form of USD?
Normally, if you're working for the Indian customer, normally you have to generate. Actually, it will depend on the subscription type. So if you're working for the Indian customer, the subscription will be created in India. So the bill will be generated in Indian rupees, right?
Okay.
But if you're working for the US based customer, the bill will be generated in US dollar. So depending on from where the customer is from Australia, then generate in Australian dollar, not in Indian rupees or US dollar.
And the taxes is also applicable depending on the currency, right?
No.
Depending on the region.
No. Tax will not be applicable. This is without tax.
Okay. Thanks, Rajan.
So guys, so normally this type of pictures I'm sharing with you guys after the session. Resource group. So resource group is just a logical container that hold related resources for Azure solution. Suppose you are working on a project XYZ. In your project, you have total 300 resources available. Means you have some machine, you have some storage account, database, network, app service, data factory, data brick, or something else. So what resource group will do means this is same like the folder. What it will do, it will hold all these resources. Means resource group is a logical container where in Azure, where you can deploy, manage, and monitor related resources. Means all the resources will be deployed or all these will be stored under the resource group. If you delete the resource group, all the resources will be automatically deleted. If you apply any policy on top of the resource group, that policy will be applicable on all the resources available under the resource group. That's why in beginning I told you, ideally what you should do, you should create separate resource group for every environment. For dev, one resource group, UAT, another resource group, and for the production, third type of resource group you should create. Okay, what is the benefit? It is mainly used to organize the resources. Access control. In case you're planning to apply any policy, then centralized policy you guys can apply. Suppose I'm planning to apply a common policy for 3,000 resources. So what you can do, that policy you don't need to apply on individual resources. Just apply at the resource group level, and this will be applicable for all the 3,000 resources available under the resource group. It will help you to manage the cost. It will help you to track and monitor the cost for the resources. In case you're planning to enforce any policy, that also will be easy through the resource group. And management is easy. Means in case you want to deploy or manage the delete or modify anything, so from here you guys can do it. There's some few things like hierarchy. So under one tenant, there'll be multiple subscription. Under one subscription, there'll be multiple resource group. Under one resource group, there'll be multiple resources. It means it has one to many relationship. Example is virtual machine. Name of the virtual machine is prod VM01. Storage account is prod stage 01. This is SQL database, prod SQL DB. So these type of name you guys can pass here. So guys, there's no standard for the naming convention. Sometimes the customer will ask, I mean, you guys can discuss with the customer, are they following any naming convention? If the customer is following the naming convention, then you guys can follow. If the customer is not following any naming convention, then you guys can create your own naming convention. For example, I'm using the naming convention, resource type, customer name, customer alias of the customer, project name, and its environment. Okay.
Aradhya, what is customer referencing here? I'm not getting that.
Customer referencing means whenever real-time situation you're working, you'll be working for any customer like Dabur,
Client?
Anjali. So they are the customer. So for example, suppose you're creating a virtual machine, correct?
Yeah.
So first, you'll get the free hand. In case you want to create Ram, Sham, Ghanshyam, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, you can. So here, usually what I'm doing, I'm creating like this. VM means virtual machine. I'm creating for the Coca-Cola. This is for the project name EDSL, and environment is Dev. Okay, and what is VM name? VM1 or Ganga. Suppose VM name is Ganga. Okay, so what you can do, this will be the name of the VM. VM name will be VM Coca-Cola Diesel Dev Ganga. Why? I can pass alpha beta gamma also, but why not I'm passing alpha beta gamma? The reason, if you're passing any code, things will be difficult. अभी क्या होगा कि suppose करो you are passing alpha beta gamma, but किसी और के लिए track करना easy नहीं होगा. Using this approach, it will be very easy for you to track. Okay, this is virtual machine. This is the property of Coca-Cola, and this is a project. This is used in a project name is DSL, और ये development का machine है, machine का नाम है Ganga. So this type of naming convention you guys can create. For example, if you see here, okay, here prod VM01. आपको अगर लगता है no, you don't want to go with this type of name, then okay, VM01 prod VM01 or dev 0 VM01 02 you can pass. But normally I'm following this type of name or naming convention. Any question from anyone? In some of the companies, what the people are doing, they are following the uppercase. In other cases, we are following the lowercase. It's totally up to you. In case you want to go with uppercase or lowercase, you guys can decide. Any question?
Without creating the resource group, we cannot create any of the services, right? I mean, resource group is the primary.
Correct. Without, so this is just like the bank account. If you don't have the bank account, you cannot deposit money in your account. So first you have to create the resource group. If you have the resource group, then only you can create the resources and attach under the resource group. Without resource group, it is not feasible to create the resources. Any question from anyone else? Okay. Next, you guys can create the resource group.
Aradhya, when we say about environments of, these different kind of environments, dev, UAT, so those environments are nothing but the resource group. So anyone, if it's someone saying,
Environment is not resource group. Environment is not resource group. Environment means as a developer or as an engineer, first, how exactly we are working. Normally in industry, we have multiple environment available. For example, as of now, our project is under development stage, right? So this environment will be called the development environment or dev environment. Once the development will complete, it will go under UAT phase. So UAT environment. Suppose UAT is also completed, then we can go with the prod environment. Means this is your production environment. So environment means where you are performing all these activity. Dev के ऊपर कर रहे हो, UAT और production. In some other cases, we have multiple other environment like SIT, pre-prod also. But these are the three standard environment: development environment, UAT environment, and production environment. Clear?
Yeah, Aradhya, but I mean, these are nothing but the resource group, right? I'm trying to relate that. So, for example, we will be performing that actions into that environment only, belonging
One
to
second.
that
Wait.
resources.
Whenever you're working on any project, you're working in a resource group or you're working in a particular environment, develop environment, production environment. Suppose you're working as support engineer. So you're working in a resource group. Answer is no. You're working on a development or a production environment. Means production अभी support का चल रहा है. Suppose करो support का project चल रहा है. तो support normally you're providing support on top of the production environment. तो production के ऊपर काम कर रहे हो. Production server के ऊपर काम कर रहे हो आप.
Sir, Radhesh sir, you told that for each environment you create a resource group. So that is what I believe Shivani is asking about. Correct,
Correct.
Shivani?
Yes,
So,
yes.
one.
So
That is
yeah, so that is what Shivani was mentioning. Probably.
so
That's
you see.
what.
You see,
Yeah.
this is the resource. This is resource group. Oh, sorry. No, this is not the resource group. Resource group name, it should be like RG. You guys can go lowercase also. RG means resource group. You're working for the Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Project name EDSL. And this is your dev environment. Right? So it means this is resource name. ये आपके resource का name हो गया. Resource name. What is resource name? Dev के लिए you have dev resource group. And for the UAT, you have different resource group available. The UAT के लिए you have UAT resource group. Okay. And production के लिए you have the prod resource group. Why we should separate it? In case you want, you can maintain all the resources under one resource group. But the problem is manageability is very difficult. Policy, you cannot enforce any policy centralized. So that's why you follow here. Make sure you follow here. Easy management. In case you are managing, if you are maintaining resources under resource group, so maintainability will be easy. Policy implementation easy. In case you want to, suppose you have three environment, dev, UAT, and production. In case you want to check how much you guys are paying for the production environment, so using, if you have three resource groups available, then very easily you can separate the charges. Then okay, for this resource group, for the production environment, you're paying $3,000 or $2,000. So cost management is also easy. Or in case you're planning to apply any policy, that is possible. So what you can do, you can create the resource group. In case you want to switch the resource groups from one to another subscription, technically it is possible. And in case you want to delete all these resources, that is also possible. So let me show you here. These are my resource groups. Now, what I'm planning to create a resource under the resource group. How to create resource? Suppose this is my VM. I'm not describing for the time being. I'm just focusing on the resource group. So here, suppose this is my production environment. I'm going to create a 3 VM. The VM name is Ganga. Okay, and I'm going to create 3 VM. VM1, VM2, and VM3. These 3 VMs I'm planning to create. Name of the VM will be Ganga 1, Ganga 2, and Ganga 3. Or suppose name I'll pass Ganga, Yamuna, and Kaveri. Ganga, Yamuna, and Kaveri. Or in case you want to give any other type of name like VM dash Ganga, VM dash Yamuna, VM dash Kaveri. So these are 3 VMs I'm planning to create in single go. Where I'm planning to create in a resource group name is prod. Suppose for the time being, I'm planning to go with the Linux operating system. The username for all the 3 machines will be dev, and the password will be India at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'll not describe it. So you see here, I'm going to create 3 machines. How much you have to pay? You have to pay $470 per month. including these 3 machines, $470 per month you have to pay. Clear to everyone, or any question?
But only when we use this machine, that's right.
Can you come closer to the microphone?
Only when we using this machine. The creation is not any charges. No?
So actually, not only uses, these machines will be in use, means 24/7 the machine will be up and running. If the machines are up and running, whether you're using or not using, you have to pay for it. Suppose you deleted the machine after 5 minutes, then only for the 5 minutes you have to pay. Remember, if you have the machine available and the machine is running, it means you have to pay for it. Okay. So 1 second, let me check. Okay, it's a failed. Anyway, so let me create here. So here
It's
I'm
giving
planning to go.
SSH error, right?
I'm planning to go with the lower configuration, as this is the test machine. So I'm planning to go with the lower configuration. I'm not going to attach any extra disk with the VM. I don't have any network available, so let me create a network like VNet, Cloud Vista. Okay, I'm not looking for the load balancer. Next. Okay. Next. Okay, so this time I'm planning to go with the Windows operating system. How much I have to pay? $40 per month, $44 per month I have to pay. And finally, I'm going to create. So guys, the charges will depend on the multiple parameter. Mean is what type of operating system you're going to use, which location you're planning to go with, and what configuration you're selecting. Accordingly, you have to pay. Maybe $16, $10 per month you have to pay. In other cases, maybe $10,000 per machine you have to pay. If you're planning to subscribe, you're planning to create a supercomputer, then accordingly you have to pay here. So you see here, I'm creating 3 machines, Ganga, Yamuna, and Kaveri. These 3 machines I'm creating under same resource group. Name is production resource group. Name DSL prod. Coca-Cola DSL prod. Under one resource group, I'm creating 3 resources. Okay. So these are my VM, NIC, and other resources. So just think in real-time situation, if you have 2,000 resources available, will it be easy for you to search the resources? Answer is no. Over there, the tagging will come to the picture. If you have properly tagged, then tracking of the resources will be very easy. Any questions? So now let me show you here. So let me (26). So what you can do here, we have the hierarchy of the resources. So I'm using currently I'm using a subscription. This is my subscription. Suppose this is my subscription. In one subscription, there will be multiple resources. Suppose this is my subscription. Under this subscription, what you can do, you guys can create a multiple resource group. Suppose this is your resource group. Resource group number 1, resource group number 2, and resource group number 3. You can create multiple resource group. Yes, you can create a multiple folder.
Aradhya, a quick question, Aradhya. Let's say I'm working for a client and I'm currently working only on dev. can we create the resources for all the environments in advance? Will we be charged
Yes,
right away?
yes,
Will we
yes,
be charged right
yes,
away?
yes. So suppose development phase is 6 months, and after it, production will start. So ideally, what you should do first, complete the development. Once the development is about to complete, then you can prepare and test the production environment, not in advance.
So you create the resource groups and you create the resources as and when you're using them. So you don't create them, you don't plan in advance, correct? Or
Correct.
you don't create in advance.
Correct, you're right.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have mainly 3 access layer. One top layer is subscription. Okay. Under one subscription, what you guys can do, you guys can create a multiple resource group, and under one resource group you can create a multiple resources. Example, suppose this is my resource group, this is my subscription. Under subscription, the outer boundary is the subscription. Let me type here. So this is my subscription. In my subscription, this is my subscription. Under this subscription, you can create a multiple resource group. Means you can create a multiple folder. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is resource group. Resource group, or resource group name is, suppose, let's go with the name, real name, RG, Coca-Cola, DSL, and this is your development environment. So this is the resource group for development environment. Similarly, this is the resource group for UAT environment. And this is the resource group, means this is the folder for the production environment. Here I'm planning to maintain all my production resources. Okay, suppose, and this, what is this? This is your resource. So under subscription, we have multiple resource groups. Under resource group, we can create a resources. For example, suppose I'm planning to create a VM. So VM is nothing, just a resource for me. 1, 2, 3. So total, I have 3 resources available. Suppose resource name is Ganga, Yamuna, and Kaveri. So these are my resources. 1, 2, 3. Copy paste. Someone is trying to join now. So you see here. So finally 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So what is this? This is nothing, it's a subscription. Under one subscription, we can create a multiple resource group. Under one resource group, we can create a multiple resources. Suppose here you're using pay-as-you-go subscription. In production environment, usually we use pay-as-you-go subscription. Pay-as-you-go. This is your subscription type you're using in a production environment. Under this subscription, you have 3 resource group available: Dev, UAT, and production. These are resource group. Under these, you have multiple resources available like Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, and same name here. So these are dev resources, these are UAT resources, and these are the production resources. Whatever the policy you will apply at the subscription level, it will be applicable on all the resource and resource group. If you impose any property on the resource group, it will be applicable for the resources also. And if you apply any policy on the resources, that will be applicable for resources only. Example. So anyone is using Outlook or Hotmail email ID here, guys? If you're using remember, if you're connected to the laptop or desktop and using the Hotmail ID, then please share in the chat window. Please share your email ID here in the chat window. I want to provide you the access of the Azure portal. The two conditions: if you are connected to laptop or desktop and using Hotmail or Outlook email ID, then please log into the Outlook and share me your email ID. I'm just going to show the implementation of this one. Shashikant, Madhulika.
In this group.
Okay. Please log in. Please log in. In between, I'm going to give the access. So guys, suppose Sasik is one of my new team member. And what I'm planning to provide the access of one of my resources to Sasi. So you see here, there are many resources available. There are multiple VMs are available: Ganga, Yamuna, and Kaveri. Total 3 machines are available. What I'm planning to provide the access of my Ganga machine to Sasi. So here I'll click on the machine name is resource. Under resource, here we have the property available, which is called the IAM or access control. So go to the access control. Here, what type of permission I'm planning to provide. So here I'm going to add a role to the role. And here, suppose I'm planning to provide the read access permission. So just select the role here. There are lots of roles available. Hundreds of roles are listed. For example, a reader role, owner role, contributor role, user access administrator role, skill platform administrator role. So there are many type of roles are available. Whatever the role you want to assign, just go select the role, click on the next button, and here you have to select the members detail. Just click on the member, and this is the email ID of Sasi. So what I'll do, I'll select the Sasi email ID, select, and send the invitation. Review plus assign. What will happen? Very soon he will receive an email. So Sasi, can you please share your screen? Shashikant, please share your screen. So for this implementation, guys, you have to share your screen. Shashi, can you hear me?
Hello.
Please share your screen, Shashi.
How to share?
How to share? The third button, share screen. You're connected to mobile or laptop? Shashi?
Yeah, desktop. I'm using desktop.
Okay, please click on the third button. Okay. Just right to the video. So click on the third button, share screen. Okay, show my screen anyway. Click on the first one. Yeah, first button. Okay, open your Okay, go to the tab, new tab in browser. Open the new tab in a browser, and open your Outlook or Hotmail email ID. Okay. Wait. Go to the junk mail. Can you click on the junk mail? Junk mail. Click here. Click here. So guys, what happened? He just received the email invitation from my side. What you can do, click on the accept invitation. Accept invitation. Okay, widget link. Accept. So guys, suppose he is new to the organization. What I'm doing, I'm just providing him the read access permission. So in this case, he will be able to view only one resource. Means I have provided the access of the single VM. So he'll be able to view only single VM. Now you see here, he has the access of the subscription, but he cannot modify anything. Do one thing. Can you click on the setting button, top right side? Top right setting button. Yeah, setting button. Go to the appearance, left. Appearance. Go to the docked. Menu behavior docked. Menu behavior docked. First option. First. Yes. Yeah, click here. Apply. Click on apply button. Okay. Now click on the resource group. Left side. Can you click on the resource groups? I have multiple resource group available. Total, I have 5 resource group available. Can you click on the resource group? He's not able to view the resource. He has the access of the subscription, which he is unable to access the resource group. The region, I haven't provided the access of the resource group. I have provided the access of the resource. Now, can you click on the virtual machines? Virtual machine, left service, under the service. Scroll down 2 more times. Yes, up. Virtual machine. Above the load balancer. Yes. So you see here, total there are 3 VM available, but he has access of single VM named is Ganga. Can you do one thing? Just click on the Ganga VM. Open. And try to delete it. Try to delete or shut down. Click on the shutdown button, stop button, stop button. Click on stop button. Yes. So guys, he's trying to shut down. But what message is getting? Failed to stop the virtual machine. The region, you're not authorized to perform this operation. So why he's getting this type of error message? The region he's holding the read access permission. A person who is working at the reader, they cannot modify anything. So he cannot modify, he can monitor, just monitor. He can read, he cannot modify. Is it clear to all of you? Guys, yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, Aradi. So primarily, all these functions or permissions are performed by Azure admin then?
Sometimes by Azure admin, sometimes by developer or architects. Most of the time it is performed by admin or architect. Okay. Next, again I'm sharing my screen. So this time,
I have a question.
yeah,
Okay, so as you mentioned, like for different environments, we create different resource groups, okay, and under resource group, we create different resources, okay. So like for, say for example, we have got two resource groups, so we can set different rules for different resources, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
in dev environment, like if we are, say for example, we are using some storage services over there. So obviously in the resource group, in that production resource group, the storage would be much higher as compared to the UAT.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
So we can set different rules for different
Correct.
resources,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, that's why we create a separate resource group so that you can apply different type of policy. If you're planning to, so lots of people are what they're doing, they're creating everything in single resource group. That is nothing, just a mesh. You have to apply the policy one by one on resources, which is not easy task. So it will be better to create the resources, one type of resources you can create, means environment wise create resources under the resource group. So if you have 3 environment available, 1 per resource per environment, just go and create it. Next is what I'm doing this time. Last time I provided the access on the resource level. You see here I have many resources available in my subscription, and this resource group I have multiple resources available, but I provided the access of Ganga. This time to the same user I'm going to provide the resources access at the resource group level. You see here in resource group also we have the same property available. Click on the add button, assign role. This time also I'm going to assign the same role, reader role, means user can view the resources but not allowed you to make any modification, means you cannot modify anything, just view it. So I'll select the same user again. Sashikant is the user. Click on select button and create. Sashi, can you please share your screen one more time? So this time you have the permission at the resource group level. Sashikant, please share your screen.
Are you able to see my screen?
Correct. So just refresh the resource group. Go to the resource group. Go to the resource group. Left side, third option, resource group. Yes. Click here. Click on the refresh button. Center panel. Click on the resource refresh button. No. You have click on the app service. Click on the resource groups. Click on the resource groups. Okay. Now you see, guys, there are multiple resource group available, but I have given the access of the resource group name is production resource group. That's why only one resource group is visible to the Sashikant. Is it clear to all of you? Now just click on the resource group. Under this resource group, there are multiple resources available. So he will be able to, last time he was able to view only one resource, but this time he is able to view all the resources available under the resource group. So it has one-to-many relationship. Last time I provided the access on the child. So he was able to view only one child. But this time I provided the access on the parent. So he is able to manage, or he is able to view all the childs belonging to the same parent. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
No.
Aradhya, but how this access thing is working?
Sorry again?
How this access thing is working?
From access thing is working is?
As in, only Shashikant is in the same organization. That's why he will be able to see the
Yes. Only,
resources.
correct. Only user who has the access of the resource will be able to view it or manage it. For example, you are not the part of organization. Suppose I and Sasikant both are working in the same company. Name is HCL Technology Limited, right? Yesterday he joined my team. So what I did, I just provided the access of my resource or resource group, so he can view. Others cannot view. Even in HCL, there are 2 lakhs employees are there, but others cannot log in even. Only I and Sasikant can access. That's why I'm providing the access to Sasikant. If I'll provide the access to you, you also will be able to view it.
Okay. It has
Okay.
to do with anything with subscription. Like for example, if these resources are belonging to different subscription, then can we share or not? I mean,
You have to provide the permission. Let me show you. Her time. So again, do one thing. Can you try to delete the resource group? Please try to delete the resource group. Top side, top, center, top. There's the option delete resource group. Yeah, click here. Copy the name of the resource group. Copy. Yeah, copy. Click here. Paste and delete. No. Just no. There's a red button. Below to that, there's a red button. No. Copy paste. ये stop sharing वाला pop-up हटाओ यहाँ से. Now click on the delete button. Delete. So guys, again he's getting error. Why he's getting error? The reason still he don't have the access to delete it. He has the read access permission. That's why he's unable to delete it. He's able to view, but he's unable to delete it. Now, last time I'm providing the access on the subscription level. So again, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen, guys? So you see here, this time I'm going to select the subscription. I will select subscription. And same property will be here. This is my subscription, pay as you go. In production environment, usually we use pay as you go subscription. And here what I'm doing, I'm selecting same property, access control IAM. And I'm assigning the role. This time I'm going to assign some premium roles. For example, I'm going to assign privileges admin role, like contributor. So contributor and honor. Honor means you will get the full access, whatever you want. Contributor is also having the full access, but you cannot send the invitation to someone else. For example, I'm sending invitation to the Sasi, but Sasi cannot send the invitation to someone else. If you will hold the honor role, then he can send the invitation. For the time being, I'm selecting the contributor role. Click on the next button. Here again, I'll pass the email ID of Sashikant. See the email ID of Sashikant at hotmail.com. Select, review, and assign. Okay, Shashi, last time, can you please share your screen one more time? So just for 2 more weeks, guys, we'll have only 2-hour session. But from 3rd week, we'll increase the time from 2 to 3 weeks. So 2 to 3 hours per day. Minimum 3 hours per day. Okay, can you please click on the resource group? No, that's okay. That's okay. Open resource, open portal, open your portal, portal.azure.com. Where is the portal? Okay, perfect. Can you can you just refresh? Click on the refresh. Okay, now you see here, now this time he has the access of the entire subscription. Now whatever he want, he can manage. For example, can you click on the, so first all the resource groups are visible to him. Now, can you just click on the DSR dev? Can you click on the third resource group? Third resource group, third. Last time this was not visible to you. Click on the delete resource groups. Click on delete resource group. Scroll up. Yes. Delete resource group. Copy the resource group name. Paste here. Click on delete button. So this time you are the contributor. It means in case you want to modify anything, you are allowed to do. Clear to everyone? Again, can you do one thing? Just select the resource group, fourth one, product resource group. Last, okay, under this, there are multiple resources are available. In case you want to delete, this time he'll be allowed. The region, the role is changed. Last time it was owner. This time he is a contributor. Can you delete the resource group? Can you delete the resource group? Click on resource group, copy the name of the resource group, paste here, and delete. Delete. It's working now. So last time he was unable to delete the region role. Role was reader. That's why he was unable to delete it. This time the role is changed to contributor or owner. So this time you can delete, or you can, in case you are planning to create a new VM, you will be able to create new VM also. Last time you are not able to create it.
Anything which is deleted cannot be retrieved, correct? Is that a possibility? You can. So within 14 days. So first, if you have enabled the backup from the backup copy, you can restore. Otherwise, you can raise a ticket to the Microsoft. Microsoft will help you to restore the data within 14 days. It means after 14 days, if you try to claim, it's not guaranteed the recovery of the data. But suppose today by mistake or intentionally you deleted the resource group or resource, just raise a ticket to the Microsoft. They will help you to restore the data. Technically, it is possible, but within 14 days. After 14 days, Microsoft will not able to help you guys. Okay.
Any question from anyone?
Aradhya, so this IAM service is available at the subscription, at the resource, and the resource level.
It is available everywhere. We have 3 layers available. Normally, I'm not saying only. Normally, we have 3 layers available, and this is, I'm sharing my screen one more time, guys. So this is available everywhere. So IAM is one of the very important properties. This is mainly used to assign the role and rights. Means what type of role to whom you are going to assign. So last time,
working on the roles.
Sorry again.
This is working on roles.
What this is working on role? IAM.
Access.
IAM you can apply at the resource level, resource group level, and subscription level. You see here, this is your resource. This is here. One is you can apply here. Second, you can apply here. The third, you can apply here. So anywhere you can apply. If you want, you want to apply the IAM means access. You want to apply the subscription level, resource group level, or resource level. You can apply.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so there are mainly 3 access layer: resource group, and subscription. Whatever the policy you will apply at the subscription level, that will be applicable for all the resource and resource group available under the subscription. For example, this time he's the owner, he's the contributor. So whatever the policy he will apply, if I want to delete the resource group, all the resources will available under the resource group will be deleted. He just deleted. Once he deleted, all the resources are deleted. But if you have the read access permission, if you have the access of this one, you'll be able to view, manage only single resource. It's just like the hierarchy. It has 3 layers of hierarchy: subscription, resource group, and resource. if you'll apply any policy here, it will be applicable for the VM number 1 only. If you'll apply any policy on this resource group level, it will be applicable for all the resources available under the resource group. And if you'll apply any policy at the subscription level, you'll be able to view or manage all the resource and resource group available under the subscription. Clear to everyone? Prakash?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Anshul?
Yes.
Someone joined with the name of Analytics and Engineering. May I know your name, please? Any question from
So
anyone?
Aradhya, I have a question here.
Yeah, please.
So whenever we are naming our resource groups, right, we are giving with a nomenclature of dev, UAT, prod, like, so it's easier. But what about the resources name? So the VM resource we are giving, suppose Ganga, Yamuna, something like that.
So yeah, I told you.
So
Resource. Type of the resource is VM. Customer name. This is your, see, first, there's no fixed standard. Suppose you don't want to go. You want to go like this only. Suppose you want to go with the type of VM. You don't want to go with the customer name. So isko jaake aap hata do. Okay. Then suppose type of the resource, project name, environment name, and name. So name is Ganga, Yamuna, and Kaveri. So why we pass so long name? If I want, I can pass VM Ganga also, right? If you want, you can pass. But the thing is, I mean, no one is going to stop you. But इससे क्या होता है? It will be very easy to track. Okay, this is the dev machine, this is the production machine, this is the UAT machine. If you have specified the name in such a way, then tracking will be very easy going forward in future. That's why really I prefer to go with this type of approach, not this one. This is the short form.
got it. Also, one more thing I wanted to ask you specifically is that when you have similar names, and let's say you are trying to move resource from dev to UAT, if it is there, will it be a challenge if you are removing resources with similar name?
So first, okay, so as of now, you guys are the part of Azure Mastery. After it, if you remember, let me open this track. If you remember this picture, what I told you last week, first you guys have to start with the Azure Mastery. Here you'll get the exposure in development, architecting, and administration. Means 40 cloud services will be covered here. After it, what you can do, you can go with the Azure DevOps and Terraform. So in real-time situation, whenever you're working on the development environment, once the development is ready, so entire environment will be configured through the code. Means here no coding is required, but here coding is required. Basic coding is required. This is just like the configuration. So there's a language name is SCL, HashiCorp Limited. So language name is SCL. SCL is different language, and which is very easy. You know, if you're not from development background, no problem. So most of the people who are working on the SCL, they are not from the development background. They are mostly from the admin or automation background. So anyone who is planning to automate, they are working or they are using SCL. SCL ka use karke you have to create a project, and using the code you'll maintain your infrastructure. Dev, UAT or production. You don't need to move the code. You don't need to move the resources from lower to upper environment. Dev se production pe aapko VM ko nahi le jana hai. Through the code you'll move the data. You'll create the resources. So that is the part of automation. So the correct learning path is Azure Mastery, DevOps and Terraform. So most of the people वो क्या करते हैं, यहीं पे करके स्टॉप कर देते हैं अपनी लर्निंग को. तो आइडियली इसके बाद आपको ये करना चाहिए. तो इससे क्या होगा कि you'll be able to manage everything through the code. Everything. So 90% people क्या करते हैं, इसको कंप्लीट करते हैं, उसके बाद रुक जाते हैं यहीं पे. And they are going for the interview. Whenever you go for the interview, वहाँ पे आपसे ये तो पूछेगा, साथ में ये भी पूछेगा, DevOps and Terraform से क्वेश्चन पूछेगा. And if you haven't learned it, things will be very difficult. So that's why last week I created the learning path. Similar situation with the data engineers also. If anyone who is already working as a data engineer, वो भी आते हैं, इसको करते हैं, इसके बाद फिर इसी लर्निंग पार्ट को फॉलो करते हैं. So if anyone who is going to start press from here, तो इसके लिए फर्स्ट स्टेप, सेकंड स्टेप, थर्ड स्टेप. If anyone who is working as a data engineer, वो भी क्या करते हैं, वो भी यही स्टेप को फॉलो करते हैं. So this is the manual implementation, and this is through the automation using the infrastructure as a code, IAC, infrastructure as a code. So here you have to implement through the code. So now returning back to the question. So if you have some resources available in dev environment, to dev resource ko production pe will not move the resources as it is. We'll move the resources through the code. Means through the Terraform you'll move the resources. Through the DevOps you'll move the resources, not manually. Clear?
Okay. Yes.
So I tell you one thing. So if you check on Naukri.com, almost 80 to 90% project you'll get the DevOps and Terraform. But most of the people don't understand the value, so they are not learning. उनको लगता है कि learn the Databricks, Data Factory or Azure services will complete your journey. It will not complete your journey. In case you want to complete the journey, in case you want to get the better opportunity, you want to get the opportunity very quickly, I'll suggest you guys to learn those part also. For example, Vishwajit Ghosh, you are the part of DevOps and Terraform course also, right? Over there, are we manually implementing anything? Answer is no.
No.
Right? Everything we are implementing through the Terraform.
तो
The first
companies में manually like it will not be manually na in companies Aradhya.
manually, so see, directly you cannot start. So in case anyone who is planning to learn the DevOps and Terraform, lots of people are calling me, they're saying, hey, then why we are learning this? Directly we can start from here. So guys, without Azure Mastery, if you're starting the DevOps and Terraform, you'll be unable to connect the dots. It means you'll be unable to complete your project or course भी connect नहीं कर सकते आप. The reason, first you have to learn everything manually. Once you're good here, then you can start the Azure DevOps and Terraform. Otherwise आपको बोरिंग लगने लगेगा, आपको समझ ही नहीं आएगा, nothing. Clear? Chakresh, Deepak, Anu.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay,
So guys,
I have a question here, sir.
Yeah,
Like
please.
how many subscriptions are allowed at a project level? So it will be only one subscription, or we can have multiple
Mostly
subscriptions?
one subscription. Mostly all the environments will be available in one subscription. At least in 80 to 90% cases, in 10 to 20% cases, environment wise you'll get the subscription. Means you'll get the subscription by environment. For example, dev environment subscription, UAT subscription, production subscription. But 80 to 90% cases, you'll get all the three environment in the same subscription. Clear?
Okay. And like all the team members who would be participating in that projects, they would be having access under that one subscription only. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, guys, if anyone who is working after
One question, sir. Let's say, like, I'm creating a dev environment, and that time I would choose pay as you go. But later on, I would, like, once I move to production, I'm sure that I want, 3 years, savings plan. So can I change the subscription or?
You can. So there'll be agreement in case you're planning to go with the reserve policy, where over there you'll get 29%, 41%, or 56% discount. So there'll be agreement between your company and Microsoft. So they will give you such type of feature over there. So yes, you can change anytime in future also. Okay. If you have any question, then please let me know, guys. So one more thing, let's recap this one. So Azure Resource Group and Resource. What is Resource Group? Resource Group is just a logical container which is mainly used to hold the resources. So Azure Resource Group is individual cloud component created in Azure. Resource Group. You see here, it is logical container that hold the related resources. For example, RG Coca-Cola, RG Production. So over there, what you can do, you can store RG Production is the name of the resource group. Inside it, you can store the VM, storage, database, networking, or something else. So it is just like the school bag. Okay, so this is just like the bag. Under the book, so resource group is just like the bag, and resource is just like the artifacts available under the bag, like the book, laptop, bottle inside the bag. So resource group is just like the folder. Resource is nothing, just like the files available under the folder. Or Azure resource group is just like the bag. Under the bag, we have multiple resources available, like laptop, book, bottle, and these are the resource for you. Hopefully, the difference will be clear between these two. Resource group is a logical container, same like the folder. Resources are nothing, just like the files or resource or artifacts. So resource is VM is a resource, storage account, database, network, app service, logic app, API management, service bus, event hub, event grid, active directory, data factory, data break, or something else. All these are resources, while the resource group is just like the folder. So you see here, the resource group name is RG Cloud Vista, and under it we have multiple resources available like VM, SQL database, storage account, network, and website. Resource group is a logical container. It is mainly used to organize, and remember, whatever the possible question people may ask related to the resource group and resource, it is available in the form of picture. That's why I'm sending the pictures every day. So please follow this. Similarly, second, service and resource. So service is nothing, just a technology template. So service is offering, means service is the feature or offering. So service is an offering provided by the cloud provider to help you to build, run, and manage the application. For example, VM, SQL database, app service, storage, network. These are the services. But whenever you're going to create a new instance using these services, the newly created instance will be called as the resource. So resource is nothing, just instance of the service that you create. Means the services will be created by Microsoft, and whenever using these services you're going to create a new instance, the instance means instances will be created by you. These instances will be called as the resource for you. Means this is the proper your property. Service is not your property. Service is created by Microsoft, and the VMs will be created by you. Means using the virtual machine. Whenever you create alpha, beta, gamma, theta, beta machines, so these VMs will be your property. Means your resources. For example, you're going to create SQL DBs, Sales DB, MongoDB, XYZ. If you're going to create my website 1 to 10, so all these are your resources. So services like the blueprint of the house, okay, and resources like the actual house. Remember, this is nothing, just a blueprint. Using blueprint, what you can do, you create the actual instance. So it means services are the cloud offering. Services are offered by cloud. Resources are the actual thing that you create and use them. This is the difference between resource, service, and resource. And all these are interview questions. That's why I'm preparing all these and sharing with you guys. Deepak, Shivani, Sonia, Meenakshi, Madhulika, any question for anyone? Lisa?
No, sir, this is clear.
No, I'm good.
Yes.
Access layer. So guys, we have multiple access layer. For example, subscription. Under subscription, this is okay. Under this, you can create multiple resources. Under one resource, you can create a multiple. Under subscription, you can create a multiple resource group. Under one resource group, you can create multiple resources. So it means it has one-to-many relationship. And whatever the policy you want to apply, you can apply. So this is the root level, means this is lowest level of the layer. Resource. On top of resource, we have the resource group. On top of it, we have the subscription. In fact, on top of it also, we have two more layers available, which we'll discuss later on. One is the management group and another is the tenant. Clear? So what I'll do, I'll share all these pictures with you guys. Please follow this. Now, finally, it's time for the Q&A. Again, repeating, first 4 weeks, means this is the second week. First 4 weeks, I'll deliver 2-hour session per day. After it, I'll increase the time for 3 hours, 3 hours per day. The region total number of services are not smaller. We are not going to cover 1, 2, 5 services. We are going to cover total 40 cloud services in detail. So it will definitely take time. Kiran, any question?
When you say policy, what kind of policies that do we have? Is it the just roles like access roles like reader access, contributor access? Are those our policies or
There are multiple types of policies. Suppose you want to impose a policy that your resources must be created in center India only. So उस case में क्या होगा? In any case, anyone is planning to create any resource anywhere else, the system will not allow them. So this is the policy. Or you can create a policy that the configuration of the machine must be minimum 16 GB memory. Minimum 16 GB memory. So this type of policy you guys can create. So there's a service available here. The name of the service is policy in itself. So this is mainly used to create a policy at any level. So we'll discuss later on whenever that topic will start. That is also part of your course. So guys, common build. So here honor, there are multiple roles are available. Honor means you will get the full access to manage everything. Contributor means you can manage everything, but you cannot grant the access. Means you cannot send the invitation to anyone else. Reader means you can read the data, you can not delete or you cannot modify anything. Apart from it, in case you want to create some custom rule, that is also possible. Just go and design your own rule. So total, we have hundreds of rules available. In case you want to use any particular rule, just go define the rule and provide the access to the team member or group. So it's not only that you can provide the permission to single user. In case you want to provide the permission to 200, 500 users who are the part of one group, that is also possible technically. That I'll cover whenever I'll start the inter ID. So any last minute question if you have, guys? Today I thought to start the Kahoot. I'll show you, but maybe I'll start from tomorrow. So sorry. So guys, I have for every topic I have specialized Kahoot assessment available. So from tomorrow, what I'll do, I'll start it in last 15 to 20 minutes. What I'll do, I'll take your test here. Means whatever we have learned. Okay, 1 second. So these are the assessment. For example, suppose introduction of cloud computing. So there'll be total 15 questions. Similarly, there'll be another introduction of cloud computing chapter 2. So there'll be another 50 to 20 questions. You see here. So one here we have 25 questions. Okay. So finally, anyone have any last minute question, then please unmute and ask the question. If no, then we can conclude the session and we'll reconnect tomorrow same time with the same link.
RD, I have 2 questions. So
Yeah.
These assessments, would they help in preparing for the certification as well?
Yes.
Okay. Now the second question is go
Plus,
ahead.
I'll give you, I'm providing lots of material. So for example, I'll suggest you guys to watch the recording at least one more time. Second, whatever the study notes I'm setting, please follow this. The third, every day, almost every day, 22 times, total 22 times, 22 assessments will be there here, which will help you guys to crack the certification also. Apart from all these, I'll give the other notes, a document of 300 to 400 page document that you guys can follow. And last, I'll give you a dump, not a dump, I'll give you a software. Using that software, if you try to crack any of the certification within 5 days, you'll be able to do it. It will take max to max 5 days. Any certification. The name of the software is Anki. The material means software I'll provide. Software is available free of cost, but we need some material. So material I'll provide from my side.
Sure. So when you said 300 to 400 page document, is it already uploaded in the classroom or you will be uploading it?
I'll upload later on.
Okay. Okay. Now the other question is, you said we will be
let me show you the document. You're the part me. Okay, once again. Suing May batch. Sorry. May, October, June, February, December, August. Let me check where it is. Can you see this? This type of materials will be served from my side.
Okay. Is this not the same as the slides which you are sharing on the WhatsApp group?
No,
No? Oh, okay.
no, it's different. It's topic wise, what are the possible questions, plus lots of material. Even if you count the total number of pages, will be more than 1,000 pages.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, if no more questions, then let's conclude the session. We'll reconnect tomorrow's time.
I was wondering about the account creation.
Tomorrow. We'll discuss tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have one question.
Yeah.
Can we check the cost for today's session? Like we create some virtual machines, some
Not
description.
immediately. It will be available after some time. It will
Okay.
not be available immediately. It will take some time to generate the cost. So tomorrow, if you want, I'll show you the cost. I mean, how much charge Microsoft is charging for 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.